There's wonderful placement of those serves. Right in the corners, so deep. There is Deventi looking rather pensive. Eleventh ace, fourth love service game. And Rafter's one game away from the final. Seemingly set for a place in the final, in which case Pete Sampras will have a 273rd week at #1, even if Rafter beats him in the final. It'll also, of course, be a repeat of last year's final, which Rafter won.
Well, interesting that he's finally getting in. Of course, what he feels now is that Kafelnikov may, if he wins that first point, just give up the ghost.
May well do so now, because this is match point for Rafter, 3 of them. Well, a great way to save a match point, and at least Kafelnikov going down fighting, if he is going down.
Yes, marvellous aggression here. And Rafter not really trying.
Oh dear. Terrible judgment, well inside the baseline, and an overwhelming win for Rafter. 4-2. And he's through to the final without losing his serve in the entire tournament. Just the one break point he's faced against Daniel Vacek in his opening match. And he's back in the groove again.
Boy, is he elated, having lost a terrific match to Kiefer in Montreal last week. Really on a bit of a fairground ride here. And didn't he do it by such diverse means? He had his offensive team out. The football fans in the States would understand all this on the serve. And then he had his defensive team out on the return of serve. Except right at the very end on the first point, where he chipped and charged as he normally does. A wonderful display.
That's obviously why he chose to serve first, you know, so he could change teams during the change of ends. Great play by Rafter. Sets up a repeat of last year's final against Pete Sampras. Here are the statistics. Oh, look at that. Tough to attack the serve.
Thursday, 2030.
You couldn't ask for a better final than this. The world #1 Sampras against the defending champion Rafter. The outstanding player of the 1990s against the man who's dominated the American hardcourt season for the last 2 summers. It's the final of the Great American Insurance ATP Championship, the 7th of the Super Nines. I'm David Mercer, Frew McMillan's alongside me, and a very warm welcome to our coverage. Both men have been in tremendous form this week. Neither has dropped a set. Rafter hasn't dropped his serve all week. Indeed, he's faced just 1 break point. Sampras on a roll. The winner at Queen's, at Wimbledon, at LA. This was his 3rd round match against the German Schuttler. Then he took on and beat a man who's been his nemesis in recent years. Richard Krajicek had won their last 4. Not this one. And then he beat his old rival Agassi in straight sets in the semis. He's ready now to take on the man who's beaten him 3 times before, Rafter. These are Pete's thoughts on the final and playing the Australian.
Well, pretty similar to the times I played him. I mean, Pat, he's got a great certain line game and moves about as well as anyone I've played through the years. Really the key is to try to get his serve back and make him play. But he volleys so well, and he's so tough to pass that he's going to be tough to break. But for me, in my standpoint, I'm just trying to kind of hold on to serve and as easily as possible and put as much pressure on his service games as I can. But, you know, he's playing great, and he's probably one of the better hardcourt players through the years. And this is a time of the year where he peaks. He really does. And but I'm looking forward to a good final. Should be some good tennis.
Should indeed. It's been great tennis all week from Patrick Rafter, the man who's won the US Open for the last 2 years, the defending champion here in Cincinnati. He beat Sampras in last year's final. Nicholas Lepenti was his 3rd round opponent. No problem for Rafter, showing all his skills at the net. In the quarters, Michael Chang, twice the champion here, was dismissed for the loss of just 3 games. And in the semis, he took on the world #2, Yevgeny Kafelnikov. And just as last year, at the same stage, Rafter whipped him 4-2. This is Rafter on Sampras.
I want to go out there and play some good tennis, and if you play good tennis, that's all you can expect. Pete's playing well. I've just got to try and counteract his big serving and serve as well as I can as well.
Confirmation of the lineup. Best of 3 tiebreak sets.